Welcome to George Smith Field, home of the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Today we have a good lacrosse game for you as the Hill Murray Pioneers have come up to the fields here to face these Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Mahtomedi comes into the game with a record of 4-0, and Hill Murray with a record of 2-2, and that is their overall record. Take a look at the head coach of Mahtomedi. That is Brian Strauss. And we'll take a look at Hill Murray's head coach, and that's Greg Visich, who is being guarded tightly. There's not a mask he's wearing, that is a lacrosse stick, but trust me, Coach Greg is there as well. I'm Tim Peterson, and nobody beside me this evening. Zach Halverson has the evening off, so you're stuck with me through this entire game. Both teams compete in the Classic Suburban Conference, which only consists of 4 teams in this lacrosse field, as lacrosse an up-and-coming sport in the state of Minnesota, only sanctioned a couple years ago by that state high school league. So school's still working on putting teams together and everything, and I'm sure the conferences will all be growing as we move forward, and those are the 4 teams in our Classic Suburban: Mahtomedi, St. Thomas Academy, Simley, and Hill Murray, as it shows their conference records there and their overall records, as I announced earlier, as 4-0 versus a 2-2 team. Still a very early season and only a few games under their belts. These teams look to be a pretty good matchup here. Quickly going through the positioning, we'll start with the visiting Hill Murray Pioneers. In net for the Pioneers is Casey Ryan. On the defense, Mark Murphy, Jake Droll, and Ben Koser. Midfielders, Dylan Gonzalez, Rocco Scundi, Shane Finnegan, and Sam Becker. And Sam Becker, a multi-sport athlete. We see him on the football field, among other places. And the attackers for the Pioneers will be Jake Johnson and Matthew Herman. On the other side, for Mahtomedi, in net will be Joe Rukovich. On defense will be Kevin Bodich, James Rose, and Tim Crocius. The midfielders, Mac Rathmanner, Patrick Keegley, Luke Moen, and Sam Koenig. And the attackers, Josh Kerner and Jake Erickson. This game just about to get underway. Teams saying their last little chants, saying let's go Zephyrs, or let's go Pioneers, before they hit the field. Last words of encouragement, and here they come. Heading out to midfield, we'll get this game underway. It's a nice, beautiful evening here at the George Smith Field. In the mid-60s, great evening for some high school athletics. Good show of sportsmanship, which they do in lacrosse. Teams go out, line up, wish each other good luck before the game. A lot of times you see that after the game. I believe it takes place there as well. The referees going over a rule or two, reminding coaches on the sidelines, greet each other for the first time. They just shook hands, and now they're parting ways. It kind of looked like Brian Strauss walked all the way over to Greg Visich and said, "Good luck, coach." Goalies are in the nets. Players are in their positions. I'm in the press box, and we're ready for this game to begin. Looking in on Joe Rukovich, goalie from Mahtomedi. All squared off at midfield. Getting some shade on that field, as you can see from home in our camera angles. The sun starting to set here in the evening. Ball is placed down. Players are lined up. And we're underway. And they call look like a traveling call, as they would say in basketball. So the Zephyrs will take over. Here they come into the attack zone. A shot right away, and a nice save by Casey Ryan. Pioneers had it and lost it. Circling around. Michael Harris is actually listed as a starter and taken off, but looks like he was a starter after all. Zephyrs working it around. Looking for a good shot. Ryan Brown also looked like a scratch. The other player had was Nick Lerke. And I believe he's on the field as well. Koenig behind the net, flips back up top. Defense doing a nice job, not getting too bunched up. Breaking around is Brown, loses it. Pioneers trying to get a possession of it, flip it out toward midfield. Looks like the Zephyrs are going to be able to pick it up from there. It was Larricky who picked it up. Michael Harris trying to get positioning. Frees himself momentarily, looking to shoot, and he lost it. Pioneers pick it up, and then they'll bring it down the far sidelines. Trying to catch a number. Look like Johnny Dow, look like a 22, but I don't have him listed as a starter either. My starting list might as well be thrown in the trash at this point. Zephyrs pick it up. Looking to advance it is James Rose. He does, moving in. Oh, a shot just flipped off the stick. Goes nowhere. No shot on net. We're going to have an infraction here as the Pioneers number 25, Dylan Gonzalez, went down. It'll be the Pioneers' ball. Sam Becker has it. He works his way up toward midfield with it. That infraction was on Sam Koenig. They call him for a push. He'll sit out for a minute. Becker brings it in. Or excuse me, that's not Becker. That's Rocco Scundi. Behind the net. Zephyrs will get it as they were closest to it. Keegley inbounds it. Gives it to the goalie and gets it right back. He'll start the break upfield. Keegley on the far side, just slicing through everybody. And he finally pops out of his stick, but luckily for him, his teammate was there. Rathmeyer picks it up, and he'll continue the journey all the way down. Looking to circle back behind the net. Stops. Gives it off. Erickson works it back behind the net. Eric Edwards with it. He's a junior. Setting things up. Kerner will try to set things up now. Sees a little kink in the armor and starts rushing toward the net. Putting some pressure on. Back up top, looking to shoot. Good defense prevents it. And the pass just trickles through where it's picked up by the goalie Ryan. Turned right back over. And turned back over again. Pioneers pick it up, and here they come. Start the break up across midfield. And a hard crash at midfield. The ball goes loose. Both players go down, and the whistle gets blown. We'll see what they call this infraction here. Goes against Luke Mullen for unnecessary roughness, and he'll sit out for a minute. The Zephyrs have it. 8:42 remaining here in this first quarter. Pioneers walk it up. It's Becker, gives it off. And it's dropped right there. Scundi couldn't handle it. The Zephyrs have it. No, they lose it out of bounds. Nice job over there by Scundi to help his team get it back. Becker will bring it in. Looking, gives it to the near side. Now Beck gets it back. Working it all around here are the Pioneers. And the pass down low too high and out of bounds. Zephyrs will take over. Zephyrs down a man, give it back to Rukovic. He flips it up. Ryan Brown brings it across midfield. Gets it through and slows it down. Now he penetrates, looking to shoot. Does a flip and just goes wide of the net. Still 0-0. Substitution into the game. Larky comes back in. Pioneers also making a switch. Looks like Davis Zarembinski comes into the game, just a freshman attacker. Zephyrs bring it out. Quick shot wide.
Hey, Josh, two more steps. Two more steps.
Kerner tried to throw one at the net there quickly, but missed it.
Brownie's Navy.
Edwards has it. Gives it off. Kerner back up top. Brown gives it off. Here's a hard shot, and that one goes wide. Just not hitting the net thus far. As number 18, Michael Harris, missed the mark. Zephyrs still with possession. Working it up. Around the zone. That penalty has long expired, so the Zephyrs with all their players. And here's a little crease and a shot. And Ryan able to get a little piece of that, steer it wide. That ball still rolling across the track. They grabbed a new one and put it in play quickly. Brown with it up top. The midfielder starts to rush in, fires a shot. Casey saw it the whole way. Wasn't really a screen in front of him, and he was able to make the easy save. Flips it up, and it's taken away. Boy, the Pioneers just haven't done well on that. Right in front of the net, a shot, and a goal! Josh Kerner with the first goal of the game. The Zephyrs lead this one 1-0. Costly turnover deep in their own zone leads to a goal. With 6:31 remaining in this first period. Kerner with their first goal of the game.
Hey, Vince, pay attention right now. If we get caught on Canada,
It'll be a face-off at midfield here again. Get things started. Here's the face-off from midfield. There's the scrum. Brown comes away with it. Still has it. Now he feeds it over. Pass with a shot at the net, and it bounces its way in. Second goal just like that. This time Jake Erickson with 6:19. So just seconds apart, make that 12 seconds apart. Zephyrs have scored twice. No goals for the first how many minutes? And 2 in 12 seconds. All substitutions are done. We're ready to continue this game. Put in play. Zephyrs pick it up. Bodic gives it off. And there's a shot from the outside. Ryan able to steer it wide. Zephyrs will keep possession though. Koenig inbounded, it does so, they back it out. Lodahl to the near side, cutting in and taking the shot and getting the goal just like that is Mike McCabe. A senior lights it up again, this time with 5:58 remaining. Wow, what a onslaught of shots and goals. I wouldn't be surprised if the Pioneers were to take a timeout pretty soon, just to regroup after playing so well through this first period. It's a nice job cutting in there by Mike McCabe. Saw the net, got the pass, and buried the ball. 3-0. .19 and 12 seconds between the 3 goals. Brown with it, has his stick knocked right out of his hand. Good defensive play by Becker, who starts it up, gives it off. Pioneers bringing it up. Rawlings tries to pass and it's knocked away by this tough Zephyr defense. Crocious was the one who knocked it away, and then the Zephyrs turn it over. Becker will set things up as he's done all game. He's a running back on the football team. He's got some wheels. Passes it off here right down low, but Herman had a close shot, but Rukovic had him all the way. From behind the net is Herman. To Becker. In front, goes through everybody. Pioneers working it around again. Here's a quick shot, but it's going to be wide of the net. Good pressure by the Pioneers. It's been all Zephyrs pretty much putting pressure on. Zephyrs doing a good job retaining possession and staying on the attack. They could really use a goal right here. There's a errant pass, and it's stolen away. Crocious across midfield, passes it up. Tries to get on the stick of Lodahl. Lodahl does eventually get it, and then he loses it. Taken away by the defenseman, and passed up too far, and Rukovic will scoop it up. Start things up the other way. Rukovic to Linden. Linden gives it off to Kerner. Kerner on the near sidelines. Passes it back up top. Moen gives it to Rathmanner. Throws it over to Keegley, who goes down low now. And the Zephyrs just working it around, making this defense move around a bit. Try to catch him out of position. Rathmanner gets a little break, fires a shot in, it's knocked away in front. Ball still loose, and picked back up by the Zephyrs. Pass in front. Good defense prevented anything from happening there. Keegley will just set it back out. Right back down low, behind the net. With the goal already is Kerner. No, he'll back it out of there. There's a rush, a shot, and that's going to be well wide of the net by Keegley. 3:11 remaining in the first here. Played in, quick shot, and a nice save by Ryan, but picked back up, fired again, saved again. Have a penalty, another shot, and that one gets into the back of the net. Another goal, this time Sam Koenig gets in there. There's a cross check also called on Mark Murphy. If we look at that shot again, Koenig just looks like he's going to pass it, and then fires at the net and caught Ryan off guard. So 4 goals in the last 3.5 minutes, all by the Zephyrs, and Coach Visich has said, okay, that's enough. Let's take a little time out here and think about what's going on here, boys, as we're down 4-0. Zephyrs have had some opportunities on offense, just they haven't been able to sustain it for long periods of time. They did have that one little run, but led to nothing. Rukovic doing a good job in net thus far from Mahtomedi. Good defense also being played by the Zephyrs. They find themselves ahead 4-0. The junior varsity team for the Zephyrs also won this evening. I believe the score was 10-0, so congratulations to them. They beat the Pioneers right here. Three 0 your score here. Well, the sun has finally dipped down a little bit. The lights have been turned on here as we look at the clouds. That's misleading. That was a misleading camera shot because where I'm looking, it looks pretty beautiful and blue, but there are patches of some clouds. It looks like possible rain in the near forecast, but I won't care because I'll be in Florida on Thursday. Oh, I wish Zach was here. Bounce some stuff off of him instead, just bouncing it off the wall. 3-0, 3 minutes remaining, or excuse me, 4-0, 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Face off again here at midfield. This time it looks to be won by the Pioneers. Mike Rawlings. Out duels Ryan Brown, brings it all the way in and fires it high. Oh, frustrating. You drive all the way and you get a good look and you can't put it on net. So far the Pioneers have done a lot of that. Here's a pass out top. Be a fired in. No. Fake now. Flip to the near side. Well, you get that close, you think you'd want to try to put it on goal, but they back it out. And Sammy will look to penetrate. Defended by 2 players. Boy, they are just covering him. He'll give it off up top. Pass in front of the net, it's knocked away. Good defense once again by the Zephyrs. Looks like Johnson with it over there. Passed in. Rawlings can't handle it. Scooped up and bringing up the other way is Michael Harris. Harris across midfield, passes it up. Mishandled, goes out of bounds. Jake Erickson just couldn't handle that pass, and the Zephyrs will take over at that spot. Pioneers making a substitution or 2. Mark Murphy comes in. Sean Hickman coming out. Both of them are defensemen. Pioneers have it and they'll inbound it. They'll give it back to Ryan. Ryan with the biggest stick on the field. Biggest net on his stick, I should say. Both goalies, same size. Defensemen with those long sticks, as you see there. And attackers with shorter ones. Longer length of the stick means they can typically throw it a lot further. It's physics. Kerner gives it off, working it around the back of the side. Well, the Zephyrs looking to get a 5th goal here. Koenig trying to set somebody up. They work it around. Brown gives it off. Lerke with it. He'll look to shoot, does so, and gets the goal. And there's number 5 with 1:01 remaining. So Lerke makes it 5-0, all Mahtomedi so far. Take this moment to say happy birthday. As of April 23rd, my father turned 70 years old. So happy birthday, Leon Peterson, down in Bloomington, Minnesota. So look at the replay of the goal by Lerke. Had a nice angle there and just fired it in for the 5-0 lead. Zephyrs just keep winning the face-offs as Brown had it, and now he gets it taken away. Brown giving chase, nearly caught the Pioneer before he got rid of it. Pioneers with a good opportunity before they lose it. They're gonna have a penalty though. Possible interference against the Zephyrs. Errant pass, but they're going to come away with it, and said the Zephyrs do. Jake Erickson looking to find somebody. Now he does. Down low, shot. Ryan came jumping out, able to deter that shot as it goes wide. About 20 seconds remaining here. Zephyrs looking to add to their lead. Up top, a little shake, razzle-dazzle. Shot, saved, Ryan. Off his right side, possibly his shoulder. 5 seconds left. We'll see if the Pioneers will try anything. They'll just throw it upfield and hope to end this period. That's exactly what happens. Only trailing by 5. 5 quick goals, all within a span of 5.5 minutes. The Zephyrs lead this one 5-0. You're watching Pioneers and the Zephyrs on TV 19 Sports.
Enough to reach the monkey bars.
I can reach anything on the counter, even things you think I can't.
I can understand everything you S-P-E-L. I'm the tallest kid in my class.
I'm getting pretty big, but to help me survive a car crash, I still need you. to give me a boost.
Until they're 4'9", use a booster seat in the car and don't let them down.
I am not, man. Dude, I dropped my
School lacrosse. And it's been all Zephyrs so far as we head into the second quarter. 5-0. Zephyrs leading this one. I'm Tim Peterson. Zach Halverson with the evening off. So far, the goal scorers for the Pioneers also having the evening off. Not yet to get on the board. They've been able to apply some pressure, but not nearly as much as the Zephyrs have. Zephyrs in the white, Pioneers in the black. Zephyrs working it around. Make an early substitution here as Keegley gets back on the field, and he's got the ball now. Working it back and forth on the point with Rathmanner. The Zephyrs do a good job moving this ball around. They love starting or getting it back to the player behind the net, no matter who it may be. Eric Edwards is, or excuse me, that's not Edwards. Larricky. Shot fired and it's loose. Ryan trying to get possession of it. A scrum. It was picked up, but after the fact, Luke Moen picked it up and threw it at the net over his shoulder. I believe the Pioneers had already established possession and they got the time on that, so the goal did not count. It's like when there's a foul in basketball and play is all over and a player throws it up at the basket just to get the shot off. Pretty much what happened there. Pioneers on the attack, knocked away. Now picked up and kicked out. Becker picks it up. Throwing it in. Pioneers like to work quick. They like to quickly attack, and that pass goes a little too far and out of bounds. Giving chase with Shane Finnegan. A couple players on this Pioneers team with same last names, so I can only assume they're related. Austin Finnegan, a freshman. And as you just saw, Shane Finnegan. Zephyrs with it. Taken away. Up the near side come the Pioneers. Hustling down is Rawlings. He's banged and bumped, loses his stick, and possession. And now it happens. Banged and bumped. I believe that was Bodich. So the ball goes loose. Out of play. The Pioneers with it, and it's Becker moving in, firing the shot, goes wide. Wide to the far side, and boy, there's not a fence line real close to the field, so when you miss, that ball rolls away. Luckily, these officials are supplied with extra balls, so they can keep play continuing. Mahtomedi across midfield. Tom Linden, wearing number 31, loses it. Pops loose, picked back up, worked around, good break, good shot, just goes wide. A little high as well. Good methodical offense there by Edwards and Erickson. There's a pass in front and a shot and a goal. Patrick Keegley netting one here for the Zephyrs. They just keep the onslaught coming, this time with 9:38 remaining here in the second quarter. 6-0. On the right there, Jack Sitchie, one of the football players. Probably a couple more sitting there. Jack also a basketball player. Teammates on the football squad with Becker, Sam Becker out here for the Pioneers. Traveling up to support his school and friends teams. Or friends team, I should say. Becker with it now. Gives it off and gets it back. Work back up. Skundi to the near side now. In front, quick shot down low, and Rokovic doing a nice job keeping his eyes on the prize. Bodic on the far side. Rushing it up. Gets through everybody, still has it. Now he'll give it off. Caleb Teagues to the near side. Erickson behind the net. Koenig. And a whistle away. It's offsides, I believe. Substitutions are made. Pioneers run it up the far side. Bring it in with some speed. I'll back it out. Becker with it. Becker rushing the net. He takes a shot, bounces it, and goes up and over. Not a play. Zephyrs will start from their own back of the net. Ooh, that was nearly stolen away. Good offensive pressure, defensive pressure, however you want to say it. Attack zone pressure by the Pioneers. Didn't pay off, though. Zephyrs bring it into the attack zone. Erickson gives it off behind the net. Koenig working it around once again. Higgs with it. And swung back around the backside of the net again. Koenig passes it up. Looking to get a shot is Lodahl. Here's Teagues. He'll fire a shot in. Misses. The Zephyrs so far this year have beaten St. Thomas, Stillwater, Prior Lake, and the Blake School. Caleb tried to get a shot off. I think it flew off his stick before he was able to. First two games, the Zephyrs scored 8 goals and gave up 7 and 4 consecutively. Then they scored 9 goals against Prior Lake, giving up 4. Then got the 5-4 win over the Blake School. Here's Becker bringing it in across midfield. He's got some speed. And some guys with him. Pass it off. Second pass not made. Pioneers will look to set things up. Jake Johnson. Up top. Zach Droll. Drops it back to Sam. He'll start things in. Fires it in front of the net. Rokovic read it all the way. Joe yet to give up a goal. Substitutions being made on the near side. Lots of them, both teams switching out, multiple players. As we look in on Joe Rokovic. Wearing that number 22, just a junior. Barking out to his team, letting them know what's going on. A little sun creeping back into our picture here. Pioneers with it. Skundi. Skundi getting some exercise in there before he gives it off. Errant pass goes out of bounds. The Pioneers so far this year played Roseville and beat them 11-9, then played St. Thomas and lost 7-8. They beat Stillwater 11-10 and lost to Maple Grove 9-10, so every game within a goal or two. Could be 4-0 as well. Zephyrs looking to show who's the boss in this Classic Suburban as they lead this game 6-0. There's a good opportunity there for the Pioneers, but a nice save once again by Rukovic. Or excuse me, nice save by Ryan. Good opportunity for the Zephyrs. They have it again, working it around. Pass back, behind the net, circling around the net. Firing it back at the net, and a nice save by Ryan. Boy, Edwards is running all around there and ended up with a pretty good looking shot at the net. Just steered it wide. .438 and counting in the second quarter. Zephyrs bringing it in. Looking back around the backside of the net. Ryan Brown fakes a shot. Now takes the shot. Steered wide. Back up top. Oops, slipped out of his stick. Taken away by the Pioneers. Slipped right out of the stick of Harris. Pioneers will bring it across midfield. Mike Rawlings gives it off. On the far side, Rawlings gets it back. He dumps it back, and the whistle blows. Looks like a timeout was called. Both teams going to their huddles. 4:02 remaining here in this second quarter period, if you will. We'll take a look at these teams. I've let you know how they've done so far and who they've played, and we'll take a look here momentarily at their upcoming games. So if you care to come out and watch one of these games on one of these beautiful evenings like tonight, you certainly can. You got Eastview coming up here for Mahtomedi. And they got Blaine, St. Thomas Academy, Moundsview in there. Take a look at the Pioneers upcoming. Totino Gray, St. Thomas Academy. And a Minneapolis team. And Osseo Park Center on May 4th. 4 de Mayo, day before Cinco de Mayo. So come on out, a lot of good, beautiful evenings, and better than reality TV, if you ask me. Watching some good high school sports and doing something rather than just sitting on your couch. Interaction. Get out, get a good hot dog at the concession stand. Sam Becker with it for the Pioneers. Turns his back toward the defense. Being harassed nicely, too, by Mike Tessier. Shot goes in, a rebound, shot, and a goal. Pioneers get on the board on the follow-up shot by Mike Rawlings. 3:46 remaining in this second period, and Pioneers just finally getting on the board. Rawlings doing some good offensive plays. Some nice job so far tonight by him. Finally pays off for him. The junior midfielder gets his first goal, just rushing the net. Call that a scrappy play by Rawlings. 6-1 as the Pioneers are finally on the board. Got a problem with one of the sticks on the field here. I'm gonna bring it over and take it off the field. Might have just been dropped. And they get it back into the hands of number 32, Alex Zizzo. The Zephyrs players line up midfield, and here we go again. Mahtomedi, Mike Rathmanner took that face off, but now loses it to Rawlings. Rawlings comes in again. He's going to jump through a guy and then kick it out. Back up top. Pioneers back it out again. Sam Becker will start it back in. Running in, fires a shot and goes wide. Rukovic was watching it the whole way. Pioneers behind the net. Working it up. And back out. Running it down. Skundi. Skundi being watched by Lerke. Give it off to Becker. Becker will bring it in on the near side. He's got a little angle. He'll pass it over, and oh, just too far for Matthew Herman. Looked to have a good angle, just couldn't get a stick on it. 6-1, 2:47 remaining here. Just before half. Zephyrs will inbound it. They'll flip it up to midfield. Carried in from there. Luke Moen. Moen gives it off. Work behind the net. To the near side. Matt Schwartz passes it up top and swung back around. Kerner with it now. Back out. Moen. Still holding onto it. Pressured. Gets the pass off to Keegley. Keegley will fire it in. A save made by Ryan. Ball's loose. Picked up. Oh, nice little duck move there by Schwartz. Faked out 3 of the Pioneers defenders, and the crowd shows their appreciation for his nice move. Now there's a penalty away from the play. It's against the Pioneers. Rathmanner brings it back behind the net. Rathmanner gives it off. Erickson. Right in front, shot. Oh boy, I don't know if that one hit the post or not, but didn't miss by much. Off the stick of Jake Erickson. $1:20 remaining here. 1 minute penalty assessed to the Pioneers. So they'll be shorthanded. Pioneers working, or excuse me, Zephyrs working around. Zephyrs trying to add to their lead. Pioneers tucking things in a little bit tight here. Pioneers need to make a stop here. There's a shot sails wide. Came off the stick of Brown. Brown, a senior, wears number 2. Pioneers get it in. Get it to midfield. And there will be a scrum there, picked up nicely by Bowditch. Passes it off, nice catch made, nice shot made, and a nice goal made. Fancy stuff as Sam Koenig gets another one, his second of the game. 43 seconds remaining. Koenig with the goal, and look at this fancy, nice passing. Nice catch made there, and look at this fancy shot. So fancy. Ryan, look, watch Ryan here for a moment. Where is it? Oh, no. So a nice play by Koenig, and makes this lead go back up to a 6-goal difference at 7-1. Brown winning the draw again and loses it. Becker picks it up. Now he loses it. Brown will take it away. He'll be harassed by Becker momentarily. Brown gets into the clear. Pass down low. Across the front. Shot in. Save Ryan. And he's slow getting up. Zephyrs will take a timeout. That'll be helpful for Ryan as he limps over to the sidelines. 24 seconds remaining in this first half. 7-1 Zephyrs lead. You're watching Zephyrs and Pioneers on TV 19 Sports.
We're so lost. No, I am not, man. Dude, I dropped my phone. Oh, the road! Whoa! Okay.
How would you like to save your life from an ugly, reckless driving death? Don't answer yet. There's more. Act now by slowing down, and we'll guarantee you complete satisfaction.
That's awesome!
In the real world, there is no spokesperson to prevent reckless driving. There's only you. Speak up.
Whoa, Andy, slow down.
Well, the Zephyrs leading this one 7-1 as we near the end of the first half of this boys' high school lacrosse game. Pioneers and the Zephyrs. As we look in on the Mahtomedi Zephyrs in the white with the blue. Pioneers wearing the black with the green and trailing this one by 6 points. Koenig with 2 goals thus far for the Zephyrs. Only goal scored by Mahtomedi, only goal scored by the Pioneers this evening, scored by Rawlings. 7-1. Zephyrs looking to add to this lead. They get 24 seconds to try to bury another one. Here they come. They'll start up from about midfield before they enter deep into the attack zone. Knocked away off the stick of Brown. And the Pioneers look to maybe close in the narrow this gap, I should say. Errant pass sails high, and with a few seconds remaining, doesn't look like anybody's going to do anything to end this first half. Zephyrs inbounded, thrown all the way up, but nobody will have time to get a shot off any which way. That completes the first half of play, and it's been all Zephyrs so far here from the George Smith Field, home of the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. They lead this one 7-1 over the Hill Murray Pioneers. You're watching Pioneers and Zephyrs on TV 19 Sports.
Big dreams and good grades aren't enough to get into college. There are actual steps you need to take. Finding someone who can help is the first and most important. For the next steps, go to knowhowtogo.org.
Second half action, 13 seconds underway here from George Smith Field, home of the Zephyrs. Mahtomedi taking on the Pioneers, and so far it's been all Mahtomedi leading this one 7-1 as we get the second half of this lacrosse game started. Pioneers controlling it so far here in the second half, just very early into it, like I said. Not even 30 seconds as of yet, but the Pioneers doing a nice job so far early on. Till now, ball's loose. Brown picks it up. Orion Brown brings it across midfield, outrunning everybody. He'll give it off. Shot in to the back of the net, just like that. The Zephyrs score again. It's Jake Erickson with the goal at 45 seconds in to this period. Erickson's second goal of the game. Brown to Erickson. And it's 8-1. Zephyrs just exploding for goals so far in this game. They scored 5 goals in 5 minutes in the first period. That was their offensive explosion. And they get one right away here. Pioneers controlling, as they've done so far here in the second half, but the Zephyrs are the one team putting the points on the board. Passed up top. Give and go, and lost. Well, the Pioneers just start setting things up, and they turn it over again. Battling through, a ball is loose. Looks like a game of field hockey more than lacrosse at this point. It looked like Becker got run over, and he comes up limping. Possible Charlie horse. He's walking it off on his way to the sidelines. Look at it again. He kind of got run over here. See James Rose, who I believe his father won the Chuckaball at halftime here. Congratulations. If it wasn't his father, it was definitely a Rose who had won. It's also a 30th wedding anniversary celebrated here. A little poetry about roses are red, violets are blue. I believe I Love You is in that poem as well. So congratulations on 30 years. .12 remaining. Zephyrs setting up. Harris with it. Harris has the name. He also has the do. He does have some long hair. I saw him on the sidelines with his helmet off. So only fitting he has the last name of Harris. That shot whistles wide. There's the gentleman and his wife. You can barely see in the green there, celebrating their 30 years. All Zephyr'd up. Now they got Zephyr chairs they're sitting on and Zephyr attire. Watching their Zephyr team keep scoring. They lead this one 8-1. Ball put into play. Kerner works it behind the net, now gives it out in front. Erickson unable to handle it. Ball's loose, being fought for. Still loose, Zephyrs come away with it. They'll back it out, Brown with it. He'll look to penetrate and attack right away. He does so. He'll fire it in, bounces it. It goes up over the net, out of play. Erickson circling. Well, the Pioneers started off being on the attack. Now the Zephyrs have taken over. It's Harris with it. Harris moving in, looking to shoot, does. That goes wide. Zephyrs will keep possession. Erickson waiting as Kerner inbounds it, gets it back to Brown. Brown rushing in, flips a pass, sails through everybody, but it's picked up by Erickson. They'll back it out. Harris looking in. He's got a little lane. He slips through, but loses the ball. Ball's loose, and Ryan will scoop it up. Ryan with possession. Looking downfield, had nothing, so he'll give it over to Jake Droll. He gives it off. Davis Zerbinski getting through midfield. Zerbinski carrying it in. Being harassed by Mike Tessier. Gives it off. Loses it. Brown picks it up. Brown all the way down. He'll look to shoot. He sails that one. Boy, that might have been a good over the field goal crossbar. Sailed it high. And time continues to tick. Carrying it out, spinning around, passing it back behind the net. Oh, now lost. Kind of flipped out of the stick of Eric Edwards. The Pioneers take over. Down the far sidelines. Passed over. We're getting a little sloppy out here. Both teams not making crisp passes anymore. Watching the neon green shoes on the feet of Dylan Gonzalez. Gonzalez finally coughs it up. And he goes to scoop it up, and he's pushed down. And the whistle blows. The Pioneers will keep possession. Bring it in, taking the shot, goes wide. Off the stick of Rawlings. Third period action here from Mahtomedi. Zephyrs leading the Pioneers. That stick came up high into the face mask, no call. Now the stick is lost by Matthew Herman, along with possession. Ball worked up on the near sidelines. Tom Linden gives it back. Rukovic sends it to the far side. Crocious loses it. Goes ahead to Luke Moen, and another whistle blown. Another interference call. Pioneers will take over. They'll make a substitution, get Becker back into the game. He comes in for Kerner. Also sprinting on the field is Joel. Came in for Rawlings. And now a flag. Sounds like a 3-minute penalty going on here against the Zephyrs. Illegal body check made by Luke Moen. Contact to the head. So great opportunity here for the Pioneers to add another point and get a little bit closer to this 7-point deficit. Here they come. Shot, whistles wide. Rukovic saw that the whole way and made sure it went wide. Will come from the other side. Herman with it. He wanted to shoot, City gives it off, and the shot comes from up top and finds the back of the net. Sam Becker with a goal. So 5:23 remaining here in this third period. And on the power play, Sam Becker with his first goal. Give the assist to Herman on that. The senior to the junior, and the junior gets the goal. 8-2, the score. Moen still sitting out after the blow to the head that he applied. The Zephyrs keep winning these face-offs. Always beneficial for a team in any sport to win the face-offs, and they've been good at it so far tonight. Sam Koenig with it, running around in circles. Being harassed by Becker, but still hangs on to it. Goes back. A couple of Pioneers will move up on him. The Pioneers can afford to send two guys after one. They are not shorthanded. Keegley being harassed now, and a flag goes up in the air. Interference the call against Rawlings. Couple players changing as we're looking at Casey Ryan. Well protected with that helmet. A neck guard on it. Pass in front, quick shot, nice save by Ryan. Good opportunity for the Zephyrs, and Ryan read it nicely. Brown with it now. Here's Harris. Fires a shot and scores. Well, you can see the frustration as Josh Burns swung a stick at the ground after that shot went in by Harris. Score goes to 9-2. Brown assisting again on this one as Harris just fires it in and gets it to go. Face off at midfield. Infraction, and the Zephyrs will retain possession. Brown will hang on to it. He'll start it forward. Kerner being harassed by a couple of the Pioneers. Loses it, picks it back up. Still being harassed, just flips it under his arm. The whistle blows. Might have stepped out of bounds there. He did. 3:46 remaining. 7-point lead for the Zephyrs. Quickly up the field come the Pioneers. An errant pass, boy, they nearly turned it over. Nice save over there on that sideline by Matthew Herman. Joel flips it up top. Moved around the zone. To Becker again. Nearly loses it. Pops loose. Nobody picking it up yet. And finally coming away with it is number 31 of the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, Tom Linden. Gives it off. Here's a shot fired in. Ryan with a huge save off the stick of Koenig. Kicked out. The whistle blows, stoppage in play. 3:04 remaining, 9-2. I'm Tim Peterson. You're watching the Zephyrs and Pioneers on TV 19 Sports, and Zach Halverson with the evening off. So look at Mac Rathbanner of the Zephyrs. Pioneers with possession. They'll bring it up into the attack zone. And a flag is thrown on the near side. So it's against the Zephyrs. Worked around. Tipped away, and now we're going to get a stoppage in play so they can call on that flag that they threw. I'll listen in for the call here and let you know what the call is. Too many men on the field for the Zephyrs. You got a 7-point lead. I don't know that you need to put too many guys out there. They did that, got caught. They're penalized as we look in on the wonderful, more than likely volunteers, given their time. Make sure everybody out here gets fed. They're working the concessions this evening. Volunteering, always a good thing for your community. As that shot banks off the side of the net and goes out. We're a public access television station, and we work and thrive with volunteers, and we're always looking for them. Many of us working this evening are volunteers. If you'd like to help out your community and learn a little bit about television, that's how you do it. Contact Arlen over at TV 19. Brown with it, looking in. He'll keep it. It's the lowest I think I've seen him get tonight, down back there behind the goal. Usually he's working the point. Brings it down low, and he's working it with his cohort, Jake Erickson. Brown will bring it out. Erickson sets a pick. Brown circling, fires it. Just missed the top shelf corner. Instead it sails out of play. Erickson will pick up a new ball, bring it into play from behind the net. Flipped up, Brown. Over to Harris. Harris will move it forward. Give it off, and just tipped off the stick of Caleb Teagues. Goes out of bounds. Tried to move with the ball before he actually got it. Minute 20 remaining here in this third quarter. Pioneers get it through midfield. Harris harassing. Pioneers keep possession momentarily. Good defensive pressure being applied by the Zephyrs once again. Rawlings passing it over. Or excuse me, that was not Rawlings. That was Shane Finnegan. Becker has it now. Rushes it in, passes it down low, quick shot, the goal! Pioneers score again. This time, Jake Johnson, number 10, down low, gets that to go in with 46 seconds remaining in this third quarter. So Becker gets the assist on the Johnson goal. 9-3 your score. This calm evening night as he looked, the engine of that wind power not turning. It's a nice calm evening in the 60s. 9-3 as the Pioneers move the ball up the field once again. And if you see that big metal post in the back of your screen there, that is the turbine that we were just showing. That's where it's located. Zephyrs take it away. Trying to move it upfield. Nice pass made. Lerke gives it off to Brown. Brown moves it forward. Bounces off the stick of Erickson. And now he is crumbled to the ground. Taken out by a couple of the Pioneer players. Infraction called. Erickson will pick it up. Fire. Quick shot. Ryan makes a nice save. And that ends the third quarter. Not a lot of scoring so far here in this third. Even in the second half, just 2 goals each. Pioneers playing the Zephyrs evenly so far here in the second half, but they didn't do so in the first half. They trail 9-3, Zephyrs with the lead. You're watching Hill Murray and Mahtomedi on TV 19 Sports.
Everyone has friends. There's online friends, friends to go out with on a Saturday night, friends to hang out with and do nothing, friends who show up on moving day. And then there are the friends who'll be there if someone is dealing with a mental illness. Are you one of those friends?
Welcome back to Mahtomedi High School. Zephyrs leading the Hill Murray Pioneers 9-3. I'm Tim Peterson for TV 19 Sports. So far in the second half, we've had goals by Mahtomedi and Hill Murray. Scoring from the Zephyrs was Erickson and Harris, and for Hill Murray it was Becker and Johnson. 6 goals is what the Pioneers need to make up here in this final 12 minutes. As we look to face off right now from midfield to start the fourth. We are underway. Picked up, a nice hit, but keeping possession are the Pioneers, and a quick shot, and Rukovich with a great save. He'll clear it right back out, and the Zephyrs will move the ball upfield. They bring it right in. They look to fire right away. They do so, and Ryan with a nice save. Swung back behind the net. Little spin move, kicking out, shot comes in, and Ryan steers it wide. A lot of action here to start this fourth. Zephyrs will keep possession. They inbound it. Koenig to Erickson. Koenig gets it back. They work it back up top, and we'll set things up from there. Koenig passes it over, but unable to handle that was Rathmanner. Then picks it up and starts things forward. Quick action going on. Erickson trying to get close. Denied. Pulled back out. Rathmanner fires one in. Misses wide. They'll retain possession. They were closest to it when it goes out. It went out of bounds there. Erickson flips it high and back out. Kind of floated one. Mishandled momentarily, but Keegley recovers. Rathmanner moves in. Rathmanner back to Keegley. Now down low. And back behind the net. Pass intended to go in front of the net was knocked away. Zephyrs pick it back up, work it back out. Slowing things down a little bit now here. Keegley started coming in, lost possession, picks it back up. Gets it back into his net, flips it up out of there. To the point. Keegley looking to get it back. Rathmanner looking in. Gives it in. A shot and a goal by Erickson. Well, Erickson does it again, this time with 10:04 remaining. The Zephyrs add to their lead. Jake Erickson gives them the hat trick in the game. His third goal. Score expands to 10-3. Hey, future player of the tomorrow. Happy to be here. He's got his drink in his hand and his lacrosse stick in the other one. Showing a lot of enthusiasm. Brown bringing it in. Walking in. Takes a shot. Whistles wide. Ryan looking around, talking to his defense, saying, hey guys, pick him up. Here's another quick shot. Whistles wide. Now it's off the stick of Kerner. Work back behind the net. Erickson. Kerner. Circling. Firing. Save Ryan. Erickson there to pick it back up. Koenig passes it up. Backing it out is Teagues. Circling around. Teagues with a shot. No. Misses again. Pressure being applied by these Zephyrs. They seem to score in flurries. See if they can get another one here. Already leading by 7. They work it back up top. Dancing and looking for a lane is Lodahl. He'll move it over to Teagues. Teagues working his way in. He's defended nicely. McCabe fires and a save made, and the Pioneers finally come away with it. Jake Droll, the junior defenseman, fires it up and is taken away there. Zephyrs move right back in. Lodahl. Pass down low, man open, shot, and a goal! Josh Kerner, number 11, scoring again. .8:30 remaining, 11-3 lead. A lot of scoring in this game. I'm going over my score sheet. And Kerner had not yet scored up to that point. Lights the lamp, if you will, there. And that lead expands to 11-3, an 8-goal lead. Pioneers rushing it up, quick shot. Ball is loose, player goes down, flag goes up. And it looks like we're gonna have a penalty here. Called on 52 white, and that'd be Ryan Nelson. The only 52 I have listed on the Mahtomedi Zephyr roster, and that's on the junior varsity listed as a goalie. So he gets in the game and gets a penalty and goes right back out of the game. Rukovic goes back into the net. I didn't notice that, but Ryan Nelson was in net. Now he's serving time. 8:13 remaining. Zephyrs with a decent opportunity here. Becker up top. Slings it over, shot goes in. Knocked down. Picked back up by the Pioneers. Becker to the near side. Gets it back. Down low, worked in front. Good quick passing. No shots taken. Becker's gonna look to get caught from behind as the penalty expired. Pioneers come away with nothing. Long pass. Just still over the head of Keegley. His teammate there to pick it up and give it right back. Keegley rushing in. Spins and shoots. Ryan with a nice save. Ryan gives it off, gets it right back. Playing some small ball here on the near side, if you will. With Droll. Finally, they get it up to midfield. Past the halfway mark on the field. Josh Burns loses it. Picked up. Keegley. Bring it down, being harassed, but keeping possession. Right when he tried to pass, it fell out of his stick. He was trying to get the pass over to number 10, Nick Larricky, but ball popped loose. Zephyrs will start it up again here. Working around the backside of the net. Away from the play, they're making some defensive changes. And coming back in the goal for the Zephyrs is Ryan Nelson once again. Zephyrs work it out, knocked away and picked up, and here come the Pioneers. Pioneers need some offense and they need it quick. They get it into the zone. Sling it all the way back up top. Becker just came onto the field. He'll move it in from there. They like him working the point when he comes into the game. Passes it. Now gets it back. He'll pull it out. Pass it all the way back up top. Flip back to Becker. Goes to the far side, firing it in front. It's knocked away. Nelson clears it behind the net. Let the Pioneers take over, pick it up from there. Now pulling it back out was Herman. Fired to the near side. Back up top, Burns to Becker. Becker moves in. Looking to shoot, fires, and it goes high over the net. To 3 the score. Zephyrs have led the whole time. Errant pass comes all the way out to midfield. Scooped up into the air, and the Pioneers come away with it. Burns loses it. Ball's loose again at midfield. Zephyrs go in and take it up. Now they'll come away with it on the far side. Moving in, pass in front, shot in the goal. Matt Schwartz with the goal. 4:47 remaining. The Zephyrs keep scoring. (12-3), a 9-goal lead. And watch this nice pass. Comes right over to Schwartz, one-on-one with the goaltender, flips it up and over his shoulder. And another goal. (12-3) as a light drizzle starts to come down on the field here. Just like the Pioneers' hopes, they're getting rained on. Zephyrs on the attack again. Moving it in. pull it back out. Larricky to Brown. That clean smell of rain is in the air here. A little bit of a breeze. You can only envision. Pass in front of the net. Brown there. Can't get control of it. Ryan tries to scoop it up, can't. And it looks like they're calling a kick. Casey Ryan, the goaltender for the Pioneers, just a junior. Both teams, only a handful of seniors. Good mix of classes. From freshmen on up. There's even an 8th grader playing, or on the roster, I should say, of the Zephyrs, as Harris flips it in front and it sails over the head of Larricky. 8th grader is Matt Schwartz, and that's who got the last goal. Probably more of the reason why the crowd went so crazy when he did get it, because of his age. Just an 8th grader. Congratulations to him. He's on the field right now as well, looking to get his second goal. The Zephyrs switching their lineup here a little bit from what they started with this big goal lead, 9-point lead. Pioneers moved it up momentarily, and the Zephyrs take it right away. They move it up through midfield. Coming down on the rush is Michael Harris. Up through and all the way down, out of bounds. Stay 12-3 the score. The Zephyrs leading this one. 2:34 remaining. As it looks like we have a timeout here on the field. The Zephyrs trying to muster something up, see if they can explode like the Zephyrs did in a short period of time. They're up a slanted hill, though. A big hill. I guess all hills are slanted. Trailing by 9 points. Coach Brian Strauss pretty happy. Coach Greg Visich trying to rally his troops to add another goal or two here before this game ends. Timeouts break, and as I said, the breeze started kicking up, and there you can see it. Turbines are keeping these lights running here at the George Smith Field. Not too many high schools with wind power. They do have that here at Mahtomedi. This newly surfaced field as well. It used to be a grass field, now a turf field, but you'd know that if you watch Sports Center, Sports Path, because we have done stories on it. Jamie Austin was out here and did one earlier this season talking about this field. Jamie Dustin and Zach Halverson and myself on Sports Path every other Wednesday, live at 5. You can like us on Facebook. There's our Facebook and Twitter accounts. We'll throw in our, we're not shameless at all. We'll throw in our plugs for our own shows. As we're under 2 minutes here remaining. This game all but over. Inbounded. And bring it up for Hill Murray. John Burns, the junior midfielder. Burns working it in. Lines and shoots. Save made by Nelson. behind the net. Battling for it and coming away with it. Pioneers still have it. See if they can get one in here. That pass, I don't know who that was intended for, but it comes to the near side. And it's picked up and carried in by Jake Johnson. He'll give it back up top. Droll. Looking for a couple picks, gets them. He'll fire it in and a save made. Nelson saw it the whole way and comes up with his, one of his few saves so far. He hasn't been in there very long. Pioneers come right back down as they take it away. Zerminski. He'll fire it in, it's blocked. That'll go wide of the net. Flag goes up on that play. Interference call. Oh, good consistent rain here. Started off as a beautiful evening, clear skies, and the clouds just moved in, have taken over. If I look up in the sky, it still looks like there's still some parts in the sky, but if I look to the south, it is very dark skies. Some good thunderhead clouds. Shot whistles in. Nelson steers it wide, gives it some chase. And he was the closest to it as it went out. Nice job by Nelson. Getting his team the possession with under 20 remaining. Passes it off. Lost momentarily by the Zephyrs. Zephyrs don't mind this going on because it just takes away time as there's only a couple seconds remaining. Passed up, they're not even gonna get a shot off before the end of this one. Zephyrs play well, get this victory, they win it 12-3, mainly on the backs of Jake Erickson, or I should say the back of Jake Erickson and goalie Joe Rukovich. Erickson with the hat trick this evening, 3 goals. He scored as many as the Pioneers did combined. Zephyrs win this one 12-3, and they remain undefeated on the season. This has been a TV19 sports production of Hill Murray and Mahtomedi on TV19 Sports. I'm Tim Peterson. Thanks for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you again soon as we're out covering all the spring sports. Make sure you tune into Sports Path every other Wednesday to get a recap of all that's happened within the last couple weeks of sports. Next Sports Path coming up in early May. Thanks for watching On Location TV19.